At my heaviest point, I weighed in at 258 pounds. My life hasn't always been as it is today, right here, right now. I spent most years of my life without a smile on my face, without wanting to be in front of a camera, without wanting to even talk to people. My life was filled with a lot of dark days, and there was a lot of abuse. That abuse left me with my back broken in 6 places. I was so concerned about what people thought of me when they looked at me, and it was this vicious cycle that I was in. I would sit there and be like, well, what could I do to make somebody like me or like the way that they're looking at me? I'll try this diet, I'll try that diet. And when that didn't work, I would just glutton myself, and out of sadness of what I was going through, I was actually hurting myself more. I was eating more. And then I'd get heavier. I was my own worst enemy. I have been overweight for almost 20 years now. By the time I was 21, I was considered morbidly obese. It makes you feel horrible about yourself. You know, you see all these other moms running around with their kids at the park playing, and you know, in the summertime they're all wearing tank tops, and you know, you're just wearing something to try and cover up the fat rolls, and you're kind of hiding in the back of the room, and you're not out there playing, you're not out there running, you're out there looking at them, wishing you could be them, but you don't know how. When I was first introduced to isogenics, I was skeptical is a nice way to put things. Stephanie Beebe introduced me to it, and it took her, I would say, over 4 months of discussing it with me. And literally one day I was at her house and she handed me a box and she said, you know what, you're leaving here today with this box. And it was a 30-day. And I was like, oh, great. You know, here I go. You know, another thing, more money down the drain, another thing to add, you know, in my cabinet of products that don't work. So I said, okay, well, as I did everything else, I gave it its fair shot to not work. But it proved me wrong this time. It worked. During the first 100 pounds of my release, I did not work out. The thought of even exercising or working out just didn't even seem realistic to me. When I started, I dove into it, I guess you could say, pretty seriously. I started at Bowman's Gym doing extreme training. This class, I was just like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Maybe I wasn't the best at the class, but the fact that I survived it, it was like just overwhelming how it felt to say, you know what, I did that. I can't believe I did that. And I liked it. My husband is the greatest man on earth. He has always supported me. I was heavy when we met, and he loved me just the way that I was. When I wanted to do something to better myself and get healthy, he supported me 100%. He's jumped on board himself. He loves the way he feels, and he is not complaining at the way that I look now. And he's been my biggest support. I have a teenage son. He's like, that's my mom. That is an unbelievable feeling to have him say that proud. I knew once these products began to work for me and a light bulb went off and said, you know, this is it. This is real. It's actually going to happen this time. I knew if I got this weight off, I knew I could help the people that mattered the most to me, my family. My parents have a lot of health concerns, and their weight is a contributing factor. The main one is my dad. He was close to being 200 pounds overweight. And he had looked at me one day and said, I know I don't have much left. I know that I have maybe a year or two left. And And I said, Dad, this will work. Trust me, trust the products. He said, okay. He hasn't even been on the products 5 months, and he's close to releasing 100 pounds. So Isogenics to me wasn't just about losing weight and looking better or feeling better. It was about getting my life back and giving life to my family. Getting healthy on the outside is one thing, but getting healthy on the inside is another. When you feel good, it just shines right through you. You enjoy all the people around you more. Your relationships are better. You have fun. You spend your day looking for the next thing to make you smile and laugh. And to tell you the truth, these days I don't really have too many things that knock the smile off of my face. My name is Angie, and I have released 140 pounds in 8 months.